Good morning and welcome back to another What I Eat in a Day video. Today is going to be another high protein or protein focused, all vegan and gluten-free What I Eat in a Day, just to share some examples of things I've been loving lately and some meal inspiration for you. You guys have been loving this series and it's been really fun for me to film too. So as always, this is my disclaimer that What I Eat in a Day videos are never prescriptive, purely just for inspiration. And if you're new here, I don't really track anything. Other than that, I eat very intuitively. It's always vegan, almost always gluten-free. Most days start with a matcha latte. So today we're using Froth, which is actually my own brand that launched recently in case you guys missed it over on Instagram. And we're just gonna do a little latte before the gym. I have made a couple of changes since my last video. I think that's something that we don't really talk about enough, is that things are always changing. So even next week or tomorrow, what I eat could look completely different from what I'm eating today. But the number one thing for me is that I've been very focused on protein, recovery, and so of course, sleep and diet and all the other things also need to be updated and taken into consideration. Now, I don't really drink matcha for the caffeine. I'm very much in it for the flavor of it, but it is caffeinated and pretty high in caffeine. So for that reason, what I'm switching is not having it on an empty stomach and having just something with it. Eating a little something in the morning is also really beneficial for hormones as a woman especially. So I've been trying to do that because obviously it puts a lot of stress on the body to have pure caffeine on an empty stomach and then be working out very intensely. So before that, we're gonna add a little snack. Honestly, it doesn't even matter what it is for me. It could be fruit one day, it could be like a piece of a dessert that I made the night before. I just have some strawberries and blueberries and then we'll have this latte and we'll head to the gym. A lot of fruit is in season right now too, so berries especially are so sweet. You guys see Sesame in the back? Sesame! Good morning, Sesame. Hi. So my camera mic died, but this is what it looks like. Look at how gorgeous. It almost looks kind of like a pink ombre situation. It's just fruit, amazing. And that basically brings us to the end of today's video. Pretty good day of food. We had a lot of colors in the food, lots of veggies in, and of course, protein rich. You guys seem to really like these videos, so I'm trying to commit to doing at least one what I eat in a day video a month. Obviously, things get a little trickier when I'm traveling and things like that, but it also inspires me to make more creative things and at least make something different than what I made in the previous video. So I really enjoy them and I hope you do too. Let me know in the comments what kind of fruit I should use to make sorbet next, because I'm obsessed with this machine currently. And as always, I will link everything in the description box below, including recipes if there are any. If you want to grab my cookbook and you haven't already, Sesame Soy Spice, you can grab it on Amazon or anywhere you buy books. I'll leave a link to that, as well as my matcha. And I'll see you in another video soon.